back in 2022, this was when I was in university, I was in this mathematics class, right? And we had this middle-aged Chinese female teacher. And one day I was in the front of the class just trying to listen to what the teacher was saying. Honestly, I couldn't even like fathom anything that she was saying. Math was never my strong suit, and I just had too much brain rot going on to even comprehend what f of x meant. And then all of a sudden, bro, like everyone's doing their own work and shit, and then the teacher just looks at me, because I'm sitting in the front, so the teacher just looks at me, bro, and she says, Manish, you look like you haven't slept today. You look like you haven't slept last night. And dude, that offended me. That really did hurt me. But I'll be honest, that was the push I needed. That was some strict criticism that I needed, because at the time, my eye area, it just looked like I never slept. I had these insane bags under my eyes. I had really bad dark circles. Just my eye area made it look like to everyone that I didn't sleep or I didn't even take care of myself. That's how bad it looked. And after getting that comment from that teacher, it's like, damn, okay, I need to start working on my eye area, because this is a little embarrassing. And for my whole life, honestly, my eyes was one of my biggest insecurities. A big reason why was because I had this imbalance in my eyes. Honestly, no one can even tell, but it's just a me issue. Like when I'm laughing, right, and two of my eyes squint, this eye's gonna be smaller than this eye. Like it's very unnoticeable, but I can notice it. But yeah, not only that, it was just the dark circles under my eyes, because again, for my whole life, I've always had dark circles. I've always had just very, I guess, unattractive looking eyes. So during this time, it was, 2022, I was already on the, looks maxing journey. This was in the middle of my metamorphosis as a man. Man, I didn't really understand how to fix my eye area, so I did some research. And the first thing I did some research on was how to fix the dark circles, and I realized that, it's one of two reasons that you're gonna have dark circles under your eyes. So number one, it's hyperpigmentation. So literally the eyes, like this part is just darker than the rest of your skin. Or number two, this is probably the most common one, and it's the blood vessels underneath are showing because the skin is just too thin. The skin is just too thin. And obviously the big chicken in the room, obviously everyone was telling me to sleep 8 to 9 hours every single day. That's just a must, because when you don't sleep enough, there's not enough oxygen that goes into your eyes. So that's the first thing I did. And it was to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. Because at the time, again, when my teacher said that to me, I was probably on 6 to 7 hours of sleep. And those probably weren't even quality sleep. I would stay up playing video games, just blue light, just on my phone and stuff, just on my phone before bed as well. I stopped all that, stopped all those bad habits, and it made my eye area a lot better. It made the dark circles vanish maybe like 50%, if I'm being honest. But it was still kind of there, it was just the genetic thing of my eyes not being, genetically gifted, I guess, so I just naturally have those. And even if I do get 8 to 9, it's still relatively visible. So the first thing I try to put under my eyes is a vitamin C serum, and this would apparently help with the hyperpigmentation. And I used this for about maybe a month or two. Honestly, I didn't really see that much of a difference. Maybe it was slightly brighter, but I could still see the dark circles, And so the next thing I actually tried was a caffeinated serum. So literally a serum which had caffeine inside. And this would actually, apparently fix more of a blood vessel issue. So if your blood vessels are showing, if the area just looks thin, I guess this adds more oxygen in the area probably. And that is actually what really helped. That caffeine actually made a good difference to my under eyes. And I'll be honest, it's still relatively visible every now and then, especially if I don't get, if I'm on 7 or 6 hours of sleep, it's gonna be visible. But so it's not perfect, but from 2 years ago, it's a pretty big difference to my eyes. And so the next thing I saw when researching what makes eyes more attractive is the white part of your eyes, right? The more white it is, apparently it's more attractive scientifically. And at the time I realized that the whites of my eyes, they weren't actually all that, bright and white. They're a bit brownish, kind of. And so to fix that, I saw that diet honestly makes the biggest difference, right? And at the time, my diet wasn't the greatest. You know, I would eat a lot of junk food. You know, I would just have a lot of processed food. I just skipped out on my vegetables all the time. I didn't have any vegetables, no fruits, just no vitamins or anything. And this came just naturally with time, but I did end up changing my diet over time, you know, for the gym and stuff, for building muscle, losing fat, and naturally I just became a lot more of a healthy person, eating a lot more fruits, veggies, stuff with vitamin A, vitamin C, omega fatty acids, so like salmon, nuts and stuff. And that actually over time, I believe it made my eyes more white. You know, it made it a lot more brighter, a lot more better looking. Not only just my eyes, but this was just a side effect, honestly. Like I did it for my physique, and it just, I guess, made my eyes more bright as well, so that, you know, yeah. And the next thing that I changed about my eye area, so I did some more research, and this was more of like a intuition from my part. I just noticed when I looked at all like the male models and stuff, I noticed all of them kind of squint their eyes. You know, they don't really have that open eye, like, fucking big eye look, right? They always squint their eyes when taking a photo shoot. You know? And I was like, you know, I researched into why, and apparently it's a more, you know, masculine, more striking look when you do squint your eyes a little bit. And I kind of did try this a bit, and I realized that it wasn't actually the eyes that needed squinting, it was more so the eyebrows. You know, you can't really see my eyebrows right now, but it was more so the eyebrows that needed squinting. And I'll be fucking honest with you, bro. You might want to skip this part, because let's be real, bro. This is kind of weird shit I'm talking about right now. Like, you gotta squint your eyebrows. It's let's be real, bro. This is probably doing you more harm than good. So I realized that my big eyes, you know, my big eyes weren't gonna cut it. It just gave me like a, I don't know, weird look, right? And so I practiced and practiced and practiced, not trying to squint my eyes, but trying to lower my eyebrows. And there's a fine difference there. You kind of got to get that mind to muscle connection with your eyebrows going. And naturally over time, I just had this more lower, just more of a relaxed eyebrow look, which I guess accounted to less of that, you know, quote unquote bug eye appearance. And guys, you don't want to overdo this. You don't want to, you know, fucking give everyone a mean mug. That's just stupid. Like, honestly, this part might just be stupid, but this is genuinely what I did, right? And I think it probably helped a little bit, but I'm just saying what it is, right? You don't have to do this part if you don't want to, but yeah, this is what I did. And that's pretty much it, honestly. A lot of you guys were begging me to make an eye video, how I improved my eye area. This was all I did. So if you do want to become a more attractive person, feel free to check out the first link in the description below. But if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment. Those 3 things help me out a lot, so thank you so much. And if you want to follow my Instagram, it will be up there. If you want to see daily updates from me, follow my Instagram, alright? Yeah, man. Hope you have a good day. Low-key, kind of I don't know, bro. Low-key, I didn't even want to make this video, but here I am.